Good morning, traders. Welcome to StockCast. My name is Todd Derby, along with my co-host, James Mason. Our goal is to bring you some insights and ideas into your daily trading activities. Good morning, James. How are you?
Todd, good morning. I'm doing well. How are you today?
I'm doing well. I am streaming today live from the mountains of North Carolina.
Oh, sounds exotic.
It is exotic. We're visiting some family from my wife, who was adopted, and she in the last couple of years has discovered them, and we're meeting some of her cousins and aunts and uncles for the first time ever, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty exciting.
Oh, so you're visiting strangers then?
We are complete strangers.
Asking for money. Say, since we're family and all, can I borrow $50?
Well, it's funny you say that. There's we don't know the whole story, but there is one family member who literally was a hedge fund guy in Wall Street, and they all talk about how wealthy he is, and it's pretty cool.
Call him a hedgie.
He was a hedgie. Yeah, he literally. I'm not going to say his name or his fund, but I did the research on him. He's the real deal. It's pretty impressive. It's amazingly impressive. I haven't met him yet, though.
Okay. All right. So far, Dow futures are only up 18 points. S&P is up 2.5 points. And I am extremely bearish on the market today. The jobs report was released, and it was a huge miss. They only added 235,000 jobs. The expected was like 700 or 750,000, something like that. And surprise, surprise, they came up short. And
yeah, big time short.
What's that?
Big time short.
Yep. So all I gotta say is, let me go and share my charts. But all I have to say is, weird. Apple better drop like there's no tomorrow. There's no reason for Apple to be, even though I'm like this, Apple should be like way down here at 145, in my opinion, printing me tens of thousands of dollars. That's just the way I see it.
Let's be honest. Who's an Apple that where if they feel like they sold right now, it would just drop and they would like miss out on the trade? Who, raise your hand if that's you, because we need you to take one for the team.
Yeah, someone needs to sell out so this thing drops.
Yep. So whoever's that person going, man, if I sell right now, I know I'm going to miss out. So that person, do us all a big favor, help us out.
Yeah, someone needs to go ahead and exit the trade so I can make money. That's what's holding us up here.
Right.
Someone's bad luck. All right.
Yes, Karen.
But other than that, let's go ahead and get into it, Todd. What do we have this morning? What was that ticker? IMPL?
Yeah, IMPL. It's they just announced news this morning regarding a migraine medicine. It's a nasal spray. It's the first and only of its kind, and it's only traded 6,000 shares, but it literally the market halted right out of the gate, and it's supposed to resume here shortly. So I'm curious to see what this is going to do.
Yeah, like the one thing. So, okay, on one hand, it's U.S. FDA approved, but on the other hand, I just cringe when it's always like a nasal spray, because I always just think it's a product being cheap that probably doesn't work.
Would you like it better if it's a pill?
Psychologically, it'd make me view it better, honestly.
Right. Okay, that's fair.
And just the reason why I feel this way is, I mean, look at how many nasal sprays have hit the market, and they're just really just kind of like whatever, you know? Is the market really going to be extremely bullish on a nasal spray? That's what I have a hard time wrapping my mind around on this right here at the moment. And also, too, let's just look at the daily chart really quickly. So had this thing just been like trending, I don't know, kind of sideways, somewhat like this, it would be a little bit easier for me to find an entry or entrance, whatever. But man, when you have a massive drop off like this, and then this freaking U or V-shaped recovery, however it depends, or however it's going to determine that it's going to look at the end, it just makes it kind of hard. Like what I'm kind of afraid of is that it's going to run up and then just get smoked and print a massive red candle coming back down. So for me, if I trade this one, this will definitely be a smaller position, like a very small position, just because I don't feel like I had the best entry. And I don't know, maybe my biasness by just reading FDA approved is like flawing my perception here. What are your thoughts on it, Todd?
Just open, gapped up at 29.5, and it's gone from right now. It just printed 34, so it's flying right now.
See, like right here, I just could not throw money in at this point. I need to see a better setup on the chart. And I could be wrong. This thing could shoot up to 50 within minutes. I mean, we're still in pre-market. It's not going to get halted right now unless they hold it again for news or whatever.
The shorts are only 6 cents also.
Yeah, right now I just can't find an entry that I would even like. But I mean, it does only have 22.2 million shares outstanding and a float of 6.4 million. Institutions are holding it at 65.5%. So let's go back to the daily chart. Let's kind of look for a support now. So since this bad boy is literally off the freaking chart right now, let me scrunch my numbers. All right, we're literally up here. So, okay, to approach this from an unbiased perspective, just trade in general, I need to understand where my entries would be for both going long and short. And the first thing that I need to do right now is determine an overall support, which is going to be around that $28 mark. You know, coming back down here to this high on this daily chart, and then yeah, I mean that's going to be a support. We're currently sitting at around, it's all over the place, 336.69 at the moment, but all right, let's just hold on, let's go back to 5 minute. Okay, so 45 was its high. So we have this channel now between 28 and 45. And that is a massive range, especially for a 5 minute candle. This is going to be way too hard to trade. Yeah. Right now, this one's a no-go for me. I can't find an entry, for me personally, I can't find an entry either long or short.
It's just, we're literally guessing.
Yeah.
Literally guessing.
Exactly. So, I don't know. Maybe this is just one we need to hit like next week. See what it does today, hit it next week. It's probably going to end up being a short candidate, depending on its run today. Now, if it like falls off and just comes back down, then we'll be looking for it long next week. So it's really going to be dependent on what happens today with it, with how we'll handle it next week. So Todd, let's revisit this one next week and see what we can get out of it then. Okay,
good.
All right. What else? How about APOP, man?
APOP. Wow.
APOP with their news yesterday. You know, I alerted this one back in last November. I made my first entry at $1.88. And I sold out when it broke $8 the first time. Hold on. Now I got my prices all messed up. Jeez. All right. My charts are still screwed up, but all right. I'll just have to fix it later. But so last time traded APOP and then got out of it. And there's been like multiple times to get out of it over $8. We can see this pop up here in March, which is that's when I got out of it. And then it came down here, consolidated. It popped up again, and pre-market it went up to like $8 or something again. There was another chance to get out of it, and then obviously today hitting $9. Now, APOP, they have a tiny outstanding share structure. I think only like 3 point something million, 3.9 million shares outstanding, and a float of 3.5 million. Not really much on the short side, but man, this one I've seen a couple people talk about how they want to short it, and you know that's cool. No, I don't care if people short stocks. I mean, heck, I short a lot of stocks. But this one, I'd be a little reluctant than, I'd be a little reluctant trying to short this thing with how small that share structure is at 3.9 million shares. It's still only right around that $9 range. So very affordable. That news that they released, which was actually the original catalyst when we started talking about APOP, and with the way I am, like, if something pops up to hit my target price, I don't care if it's running because, I don't know, something stupid. It doesn't matter. It's all about making money for me. And that's why I got out. But this is the actual catalyst for APOP that we were waiting on. And, you know, and here we are back again, up to the target price range. But with that being said, that news is significant. The share structure is very small. They also have a merger that is in play here. And there's just so many bullish catalysts backing this thing at the moment. And that's what would scare me if I was trying to short this. And like I said, pre-market to you, Todd, I could be biased because I was so bullish on this for so long. So my perception could be flawed here. What are your thoughts?
I'm very similar. When we have a good run or make decent money in a ticker, mentally I move on because like you've had your moment and the adrenaline's gone, the emotion's gone, and so sometimes it's better just to, because we know there's stories of we make money in a ticker and we go back in for round two and we give back our profits because we don't read the chart properly or we don't make the right decision. So yeah, I was one of the guys thinking about shorting APOP this morning, and then I talked myself out of it, and I think I'm probably there's better opportunities for me to chase today.
Yeah. So with APOP, I just saw a question come through talking about would I sell it today? Me personally, I would absolutely sell it today. I would actually watch it here at the opening to see if it's going to break above this $9.94 range, $10 range. If it does that, we will probably squeeze out a little bit more in it. Let me go to this daily chart. Let's see. Yeah, so we're going to have a ton of resistance right around that $10 range up to actually that entire $10 range. I mean, we're going to just have a ton of resistance on that chart. So I would absolutely, me personally, if I was in this, and this is not giving you guys advice or anything, but I'm just talking about how I know I would approach this if I was already in this. say yesterday and had an average of 550 or less, whatever it may be, I would just put a trailing stop loss in, probably a trailing stop loss of, I'd do a trailing stop loss of 40 cents and let it run from there. Now, with the trailing stop loss, I have noticed lately that TD Ameritrade has not been honoring their trailing stop losses. So be careful. You might be better off just putting a hard stop in and then moving it up if it moves up as well.
Actually, that's another whole conversation, using TD Ameritrade versus using like a Center Point or some of the other brokers out there. But I think that's why what's going on.
Yeah, I would not let this thing drop below 845. If I had a hard stop in, my hard stop would definitely be 845.
The other option too is you could literally sell some shares and just be done and just keep a small position, and that way you've got some profit locked up. And if it does makes a run over 10, 11, 12, you've got a small position banking there also.
Yeah, I mean, sell like 80% of your position and then let that other 20% do whatever it's going to do. You cannot go wrong with that. I mean, if you were in this thing yesterday, you're already up 80 to 90%. Somewhere in there. I mean, regardless, like, don't be, for the people who are holding on to this or jumping in this or wherever you're coming from with this trade, don't be so scared of missing out on profits when you have profits, because when you do that, you'll let all your profits go chasing a pipe dream. And that's what happened with APOP originally. I mean, like I said, I got out in March. A lot of our members still held on, and it just kind of blew my mind because it got up to like 860 something, and they just held on to it, and it went back down to where they started, and they held on again, and it popped up again. They had another opportunity to get out, and they just wouldn't sell it, and I just couldn't wrap my mind around it. Now's your chance. Now's your chance, guys. So just keep that in mind. Like, now's your chance. If you don't come to the table to start trying to sell this thing, then I don't know what you're trying to do. I mean, yeah.
Okay, so we're 2.5 minutes to the start of the market, and it is Friday before Labor Day weekend, and so be smart with your trades today. The market is bearish. The jobs report was horrible, so be smart, be careful today.
Yeah, well, I do got one more I want to talk about really quickly. I've been seeing people ask about it. This is ticker MMAT. And people are asking, what should they do? Does it got more to run? I'm biased against this one, guys. And when I say biased, I'm bearish. Like, not in the terms of I'm actually going to take a short trade against it. I'm only bearish on this one because, man, I just don't like how the CEO treated the shareholders the last time. When I see this thing run or hear people talking about it running after what happened with that whole special dividends and then this crap, and again, I haven't done any due diligence on this, so I'm actually just talking from emotion. And we do understand that, or you should understand that, when you talk from emotion, your opinion is going to be flawed. So I most definitely could have a flawed opinion right here. But I'm basing it solely off of how the CEO treated the shareholders last time, and in my opinion, screwed them over. Now, a lot of them are back to breaking even or with small profit. Me personally, with how that happened, I would just be I'm just going to use the words. I'd be scared that this is going to dump on me again and I'll be holding bags again. I know I would be okay with just breaking even and getting the heck out of this trade.
Or even a small loss.
Yeah, exactly. Now, with that being said, talking about bag holding from when the last time it ran, golly, man, when I adjust my charts, it all screwed up. You got to think, guys, when bears come out to short, and Todd and I, we short a decent amount. We're not like crazy with our shorts, how like a lot of people are. But when the bears come out to short, look at this. This is a prime setup for what they want to short. Yeah, we know there's a stock split. I get that. But still, when you're looking at the chart, you see these are people holding bags. That's what this is. And when you see something move up on the chart, the bears are paying attention. Oh, there's a bell. So the bears are paying attention, guys. Todd, if you have to jump off, you can.
No, I'm good.
All right. So the bears are paying attention. All these people are wanting to get the heck out. They're just wanting to break even, make a small profit. It doesn't matter. And the bears will start coming in to short this thing. So at least have a stop loss, guys. That's just really all I can say. At least have a stop loss.
Reminder: Monday, the market's closed. There will be no StockCast, so enjoy your day off.
Yes. All right. Hold on. So, John, to answer your question, man, I'll be honest, John, your trades stress me.
That's so true.
John, I saw your comment. I'd have to dig through the comment section. I've been wanting to talk about it when we were talking about everything else. I saw your comment about you have a position in here, but you've been selling covered calls, and you're wanting to stay down below a certain price until September 17th. Man, I would be scared. If that's your situation, me personally, I would look to just do whatever I could just to get out of that trade 100%. You're going to end up getting wrecked on one side of that trade or the other. When you have a position and you start writing contracts against your position, man, you really have to be on top of that. I'm talking about your trade has to just be right, or you're going to end up losing all your shares, and that loss will be far greater. So just keep that in mind. So, all right, guys, we ran over a few minutes. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Again, Monday, the market is closed. So if you're holding option contracts and you don't have enough time on it, you need to start thinking about what you're going to do with that trade. But other than that, that's all we have for today, for this week. So, Todd, do you have anything else?
No, have a good weekend. Enjoy your weekend. It's and then be ready to come back. I think the market's going to open up and be exciting going into September.
I hope so. We need it for some of these small caps. But all right, everyone. So trade safe, trade smart, and we will catch y'all later.